Good morning, guys. Jenna here. Well, actually, it's the afternoon for me. Um, but it will be the morning for you by the time you see this, or something around there. I just want to get on here and do a little morning message. I'm actually really enjoying doing this for everyone. I'm having a blast. So I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to try to post them. I feel like you guys are a little far. Hold on. I'm going to try to post them in the mornings every day. I've actually been scheduling the posts to post like first thing in the morning, especially in case I sleep in or I'm busy or whatever. But coming up here very soon, I am going on vacation, so I might not be able to because I might not have the Wi-Fi available. You know what I'm saying? So if they are delayed, they're delayed. I'm already kind of like staggered out by like a day or two on my posting schedule, which actually worked out really good because then I can kind of schedule them. And anyways, but today I actually want to do a part two of yesterday's. I want to put you guys up on game about something. As far as like manifestation, I feel like yesterday's the one I posted about the law. We did the law of attraction manifestation tarot spread, whatever I named it, something super long. Let me see. Hold up. Yeah, okay. So yesterday it was like that three-step law of attraction manifestation tarot one, right? And I just wanted to talk about like the law of attraction in general. It is one of the most coveted terms in the manifestation realm and stuff. Sorry, I'm just giving it a good cleanse in here. And it's the most common one, and that it's very basic. It is like attracts like. What you put out is what you're going to get back, and it's so in terms of like universal laws. It really doesn't cover the whole picture, right? But it's been very popularized, and it was popularized by the lady who wrote this book. And the very first book that she made was The Secret, and it was a movie that came out, and it was a book, and it's a really good book. If you haven't like watched it, the documentary on it, or if you haven't read the book, I definitely recommend you read the book. It's absolutely like foundational work in the law of attraction, and it really like paved the way for almost like new age manifestation stuff, because it took like Neville Goddard and kind of made it a little bit more practical, and a lot of big names behind it. There was, especially like in the movie and stuff, there was the guy that wrote all of the Chicken Soup for the Soul books, Oprah. Like, anyways, there's a lot of like really big names that it's totally worth a watch. Now, this book right here is the second one. It's The Greatest Secret. I don't know if you guys can see that. But so anyways, it's a sequel to it. And if you read the book, basically the author, she goes over and she's like, look, I wrote The Secret. It was this. She's like, I still felt like there was something missing. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what was missing. There was like this missing piece. And she went through like this whole spiritual journey as we always do. But of course, right. Since because it reached its height, I remember I was in high school. I watched the movie, and I definitely read the book. I found the book actually in like the Savers thrift store, as a matter of fact. But I believe I just watched the movie first, and it was definitely in high school, and that's like the first time I learned about the law of attraction. It was like literally forever ago, right? Anywho, fast forwarding, so it's been quite a bit of time where it really reached its height in its fame. Was it like anywhere from like 2008 to 2010 time frame, maybe a little bit sooner? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. And I'm not sure when she published this, but nonetheless, she talks about, oh shit, right here, 2006. Okay, so anywho, yeah, okay, yeah, I think it was like 2008 when I came across everything. So it's right par on par. Anyways, it really gained a lot of success. It was definitely a bestseller. It was very like renowned. groundbreaking work. And she talks about how it really brought her into like a deeper spiritual journey. And she's like, well, the law of attraction obviously isn't just it, right? There's a missing something. So she went on this long spiritual journey and conveyed with multiple spiritual teachers and tried a bunch of stuff herself and this and this and that. And it finally dawned on her one day what the missing piece is awareness, right? So it's like awareness, or in more like layman terms, being able to just be the observer of your own life and understanding that everything is always coming into us. We're always attracting no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's good. It doesn't matter if it's bad. Fact of the matter is we are attracting stuff. And if you can step back and just look at what am I attracting? Like you could list it out. And you could do it just like by how your day went. You could say, my alarm went off and I snoozed it for 5 minutes. So I was almost late, but I was super lucky and I caught every green light and I made it to work just on time. And my boss gave me a coffee and, whatever, list out your day. Okay. Or is it something like I pushed snooze on my alarm, I stubbed my toe, I accidentally left my coffee in the house and then I locked myself out and I was hit every red light on the way and I was late to work and my boss was bitching at me up there. Okay. 2 totally different days and they're going to affect us differently on different levels. And we all have them. And it's a lot of the times it's a matter of what it is that you're currently like projecting out and what's coming back to you. Is what the law of attraction says. So what you're putting out is what you're getting back. And it's I think it's obviously more layered than that. As I was saying yesterday, I think the law of gestation plays into a huge role. And I actually also really love the law of assumption. I think that one's like the bee's knees of it. But anyways, that's besides the fact. Today we were talking about law of attraction part 2, right? Okay. So the most important part is to gain awareness in your life to be able to witness what's going on. And once you can step away, then you can then say, I like this or I don't like this. And if you like it, then continue to do the habits and the mindset and the perspective and all of that you're doing. You got all the green lights. You're on the green light fucking whatever trajectory, right? And if you don't like it and you're like, well, this shit sucks, blah, 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 then you need to change your mindset and be like, okay, why don't I like this? And then start to think about why am I maybe attracting this? Observe what you're doing and say, okay, so perhaps the root cause of it is you stayed up in bed watching TV all night and, well, you were tired, so you pushed snooze on your alarm. Versus on the other one, you decided not to watch TV that night and you grabbed a book instead. And you fell asleep while reading nonetheless, but one, you got a deeper night of sleep, and the other one, like the light and the noise, and you had to get up in the middle of the night and shut it off, and your spouse was tossing and turning all night, because it bothered them, or whatever it is, right? And try to take your observer role and then step back and say, yes, I like it. No, I don't like it. And either keep doing what you're doing if you like it, or if you don't like it, maybe see what it is that you can change. And a lot of times it's just very little simple boops. And while this book in particular doesn't talk about any of that shit, she talks about her journey and coming to the awareness that we actually need to take that observer role and how powerful it is. I 100%, 10 toes down, recommend you read The Secret and The Greatest Secret from both of it. What's her name? Her name is Rhonda Byron. Okay, sorry, my microphone died. Now I have to use my podcast one, but I'm in the middle of it. Okay, but I had to review back my footage, so I'll have to edit this one together, combine them. This one's not noise canceling, so try to set it down gently. Anyways, what I was saying, definitely recommend the books. But as a part 2 from yesterday, I actually wrote a tarot spread out for the Law of Attraction Manifestation Tarot Part 2, whatever. I'll maybe come up with a better name, maybe I won't. And it's going to be, again, a 3-part spread. And we're going to be, what are we observing? What do we want to be observing? And advice. Just to go over my little notes. Yeah, okay, so I say here, I'm like, nothing here is finite. And growth and what did I say? Sorry. I'm getting hung up on that one word. I don't know what I wrote. Anyways, basically I say nothing is finite and we can always choose to change. Yeah, you can always make changes. That's what I wrote. But step 1 is always awareness. Then once we're able to get into the observer role and have awareness, then it's actually choosing what do we want to observe. And when you're consciously choosing, that's when you're actually able to take it to the next level. But very first, you have to actually observe. You have to have awareness of what's going on, what you're attracting, hold yourself accountable for what it is you're bringing in, and then choose to do differently if you need to. What's on this side? Be the observer and ask yourself why you're attracting like that. So exactly, be the observer role and then ask yourself, take self-accountability. Well, what about me could be attracting this right now? And this isn't something that it's like victim blamey or anything like that. But remember what we talked about yesterday is you have to get out of the victim mentality. So you have to save yourself. Nobody's going to come to save you. You have to hold yourself accountable for your own mood. And it doesn't matter if literally life is just so shitty all around you. You can still choose to have a good mood. And the more that you choose and focus on that, the more green lights you're going to attract, so to speak, right? But anyways, not to get so heavy, but be the observer and ask yourself, what am I attracting? Why am I attracting it? And you could say, do I like this? If the answer is yes, then good job. Keep going with the good behaviors. If you hate it, then change what behaviors you're doing. And our behaviors are our choices. We always have a choice in what it is that we choose to do. You can choose to go left. You can choose to go right. You can choose to smile at people. You could choose to grumble at people. And just know that, how you're projecting yourself out into the world is how the world is going to meet you, is the basis of law of attraction, right? And it's all mostly mindset. But that's because our mindset creates our moods, and our moods are contagious, our energy, and it's just like so important to take the observer role and get clear on what's actually going on, how you feel about it, and then you can take the conscious effort to manifest what it is that you want. Anyways, that is that's the gist of it. Bottom of the deck energy, we've actually got the Devil card. So there really could be something that we're like wanting to release, anything that like binds us, any toxicity, negative mindsets, limiting beliefs, habits, addictions, anything like this all plays into a role. So let's go ahead and find out what we are observing, what do we want to be observing, and our advice. So let's just get into it a little bit here. Oh, see, why I really like my noise canceling headphones is because this one's awful when I shuffle it so loud. I'm just going to put it on my lap here. Oh, look, we got the Fool with the Devil. It's like, yeah, how we overcome whatever it is that we're trying to release. Devil's all about releasing something, releasing the chains that bind us. Okay. And the Fool is all about brand new beginnings. So, this is fun.
Okay. I'm sorry if this part is so loud. I know I normally have the noise canceling on, but not today. Luckily, I only lost like maybe a minute of footage or less, and it was really easy just to recap for you guys. I was just reading basically my index cards, my little idea for the day. Anyways, let's find out here. So, I feel like one more shuffle. It's almost there. Okay, what are we observing? The Hierophant in the reverse. So wanting to break out of tradition, or it could be separation. Because the Hierophant sometimes is like considered like it's a card of higher institution. So sometimes it does signify like a wedding. So in the reverse position, it could signify obviously a divorce. Also, my preferred way to read it, Hierophant represents tradition and the way things are always been done. And with it in the reverse position is what we're observing is we want to like break out of tradition. I'm just hearing that Queen song in my head, the I want to break free, I want to break free. Anyways, seriously though, that's kind of like more of the vibe I feel. Do of course take what resonates, right? Okay, what do we want to be observing? Okay, we've got two there. So the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, I love to see that. So we want to be, oh, I got an alarm going off. Think. We want to be observing new opportunities coming into us, perhaps even ones that just seem like God made it just for us, and the wheel to be turning in our favor. We want these opportunities to come into us. Now, one thing I will say about the Wheel of Fortune is sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, right? And it's like, you notice the little devil guy down here, he is, he's down right now, and crap, what are their names? The Egyptian, the Sphinx, right? Has the sword of truth. And it's like, right now, it's like what you want to be observing is new opportunities coming in by you being true and authentic. And the thing about the Wheel of Fortune, though, is although sometimes you're down and sometimes you're up, if you're able to balance yourself in the middle and you can see everything that's going on around you. So it's like the merry-go-round theory. If you're so far on the outside, when the wheel spins, you're going to fly off. But if you are centered in the middle of it, you can hold on to the velocity and just observe everything that's going around you. And going back into our whole thing about what we're observing, I love that because it's like you want to take that exact position. I can't think of a fucking better card that could have come out. Okay, part 3. What is our advice? Oh, I love that. What's the Hermit? So the advice is to actually go within and observe your own inner light, and it's going to guide you. I love that. And if we are tagging it back off of the reading from yesterday, our wish was the world. So we wish to have it all. Our intention, what was that? The star. So that was the action that we were going to take, was our intention. It was the star to shine, right? But you have to go inside and find that inner light before you can shine it to others. If you want to be a light bearer, you need to be able to hold that light and grow it big enough so everybody else can see it. And then lastly, what was I can't remember what our receive was. I remember it was another like major arcana paired with something else, but anyways, it's irrelevant. That is our advice for today, is to go in. I want to get a little bit more. I just want to go, what are we observing? I just want to get a little bit more clarification. Oh shit, okay. Justice and the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. So something balancing out in your favor. There could have been somebody who was, I don't want to say domineering, Although that word kind of like initially came to mind. It's like somebody was like misusing their power, or perhaps not meeting their like potential or value. It's like somebody who like talks a good talk, or like future fakes or stuff like that. It's like it sounds real good, but they're not actually putting in the work to get anything out of it. And this could be you, or this could be somebody you're separating from, something along those lines. But in regards to wanting to break free, I feel like this is almost like an aspect of it. It's like, you haven't got this foundation yet, because you have to do something different, says something different and work. And your advice is to go within, to find that own inner light. We also have the Ten of Swords here. So there is something that's ending. And ultimately, I do feel that you will be able to break free. Yeah, it's like almost like you've been in a mental prison, a lot of like anxiety. Okay, so on the what we want to be observing, what else can we get? The Emperor and the High Priestess. Oh, and look, the Devil in the reverse. That's exactly what we wanted him. You remember he started out at the very beginning. We want him in that reverse position, so we're able to release and break free. And this is who we actually want to step into. We want to rule over our own empire, right? And be not just the materialistic, but have no materials type of and to be able to lean in with our own intuition, our own inner light, our own guiding light, to rule over the empire that's actually meant for us. And, you know, he's kind of like holding the Ankh here, which is an Egyptian symbol. And a lot of it, it's like, you know, for like rebirth and stuff like that. But it actually symbolizes birth. Like it can be like birthing out into this world. So this is the energy that you want to be observing. That's what you want to step into. And honestly, like, I just really love this spread. Let me pull one more. The Five of Swords in the reverse position. It's like, yeah, you're authentically coming at this. It's not like something that you just want to be able to win at all costs and this and this and that. It's like you really have a cultivated, genuine, heartfelt personality, and like an emperor, you want what's best for your people. Like a king just wants to rule over people. An emperor wants his empire to flourish. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope this helps. Have a good day.